My hair texture is all over the place.
Everything stacking is the right.
Alright, we are strong. Black women, black women.
Hello.
I'm like, oh.
What's up, ladies?
Hi guys. Or ladies or people.
People, hello. I'm talking to y'all too.
Welcome to BAPS Comedy Goes Live. I am Jillian Ebanks.
Adrian Brandyburg.
I'm Adrian Brown. You can call me AB.
And we're going to be live with you tonight. Oh my God, this is so precious. This is so fun. So tonight I wanted to share how I make sangria, because if you've been to a Jillian Ebanks event, you know how much I love sangria and how famous it is. But the thing the reason why I want to do sangria is because sangria is a drink that you can literally make with whatever you have in your cabinets, which is why it's so fun. So if you have like a last minute party invite or you last minute have people over, it's such a thing that it's like a thing you can just snap together with whatever you have in your cabinet. So I wanted to give my recipe on how to do that.
Yay! All right, so can we start with some shout outs first?
Yes.
All right. So big thanks out to Quincy Card, who taught us about this new platform we can use to reach all of you beautiful people. So see the banner at the bottom. You can check him out at Quality Comedy King. He's a stand-up in Virginia. He's awesome, and he taught us how to be better at tech. Thank you very much.
Yes, this is a really cool platform for those like, why aren't you going on Instagram Live? Because you can't do cool shit like this on there. So the first ingredients that you need in your sangria is fruit. Okay. All right. So today I have oranges and apples, but you can pretty much use any fruit. The only fruit I really don't recommend is bananas for obvious reasons, because who wants a soggy banana?
I'm sorry, like fruit that like looks like, candy that looks like fruit.
Yes. You can use candy that looks like fruit. You can use frozen fruit. You can use canned fruit.
Jackfruit?
Which fruit?
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit. I mean, living your truth. I mean, I've never put anything else in sangria, but I'm sure I could use those too. That was for my West Indians.
And I'm sorry, is it pronounced orange or?
It's pronounced orange. Okay, fuck you. We're going to be doing oranges today. But yeah, so whatever fruit you have, we're going to cut it up to tiny pieces.
So my fruits came in a can with Tupperware, so it's already cut.
It's all right. You're true. If you have a citrus type of fruit that has like ends, I don't usually put the ends in it. I just will squeeze the juice into it. I'll add this.
Am I the only one that? Oh, okay. You cut.
We can't see your beautiful face, Adrian Brandyburg.
I'm trying to cut the.
So I didn't know you had to have a blender. Like I had, what you put the jumbo.
I have a blender. Girl, this is the kitchen.
Oh, okay, I like it.
This is just whatever you can pour it into whatever you're making it in. Now, if you're making a single cup, you could do this a single cup. If you're like, I'm making sangria for me, myself, and I respect it. I've done it. I have 3 roommates, and I don't be sharing. So here we are. But I like to cut my fruit up pretty small. You figure you want it to be small enough that it can pour into a cup and that you can take a little bite while you're drinking, and it's not a lot.
Brandyburg, why are you so fancy?
That's comedy.
Also, feel free to comment. You can comment, and if it's something that not mean to anybody, we'll put it up. Let us know what you think of the drink, all that good stuff. Thank you for the likes and hearts so far.
I'm trying not to cut my fingers, so I'm trying to watch out.
Down on that can light.
Meg the Stallion moment happening.
Woo, not over here. Listen,
there's not enough information, but I'm stressed about it.
I'm there. And nobody wants to talk about it either. They kind of gingerly going around.
Also, I like to do a bunch of different fruits, so I'm don't feel like you have to do one, but also if you're I don't like fruit. Like, just do whichever one you like. You know what I mean? Or if you don't like your drinks to be pulpy or things like that, then you can do like big chunks of fruit so that you don't have to worry about pieces of it floating. You know, it's about what you like. Okay. I'm gonna cut up my apple next.
I'm gonna use my little kids' Lunchable Mandarin cups, no sugar added, because I care about my health.
And because this is a drink, you could add the juice into it. So if you use like canned pineapples or canned peaches or canned oranges, the juice is also perfect because it just adds to your sangria taste. So, you know, you're like Adrian Brown over there.
You gotta stir it.
You can also add like things that aren't fruits. I've made seasonal sangrias that have cinnamon in it. I've made sangria that has rosemary in it. It kind of depends on the vibe you're going for. I put cranberries in it just for, decoration. So,
Hey, Jess, thank you.
Oh, look at that amazing lady. I know Jess. I know her. We're not there yet. Okay.
How do you?
So
I'm slow, so.
You slow? How? You know what? I cut fruit a lot though, because I eat fruit like regularly in my diet. So just be like,
she was trying to come in my life. I do too.
No, I also used to bartend. So, I used to be cutting fruit like
My
I
shit.
used to bartend when I had a job.
Oh, okay.
You could have a job.
Huh?
I'm gonna let that go.
Listen, I'm not saying I won't have a job again. I'm saying that I'm chilling right now because for 2 more weeks, I'm living that unemployment.
The fans are watching right now, so clearly she is speaking in
The truth.
right?
Okay. So once you have your fruit, so once you have your fruit cut up, you just want it to be at the bottom of whatever you're mixing it in, whether it's a big pitcher, whether it's a little cup, and you want it to just like cover about like a bottom layer. So yeah, if you're doing this in a big pitcher, you want like triple or double the fruit, so there's like a bottom layer. But I like to have it at least covering the full bottom to where I can't see it.
Well, slow it down. Let me.
I'm slowing down, and that goes for if you're making a mocktail too. You also want to just cut up the fruit and have it in the bottom of your cup because we are doing a mocktail version. So if you're not drinking or you don't drink, you can still have yourself a nice little spritzer. I get it. Some of us don't want to be out in these streets like that on a Wednesday. It's cool.
You should be at home with a mask on, but that's just my opinion.
Woo, let them know. Bam.
Who's you? Don't come.
I'm talking about the people who's out here living their life.
You don't stay with a mask, okay?
You take personal.
I stay with a mask. I got it in arm's distance, okay?
Jillian, I have a question about the sangria making.
Yes.
While we're making it, can we drink something else till it's done?
Yeah.
So what you gonna drink, Adrian or AB?
You took that?
It's tequila. I'm sipping.
I respect it. I know you was working with people all day who wasn't treating you good. I'm drinking water out of my BAPS mug.
Water.
Don't come from my New Jersey accent.
Mm-hmm. Whew, this is,
Adrian Brandyburg, are you almost done with your fruit?
Hey man, what you're not gonna do is you're not about to come in my life right now, okay? I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'm trying to make something photo worthy for the Instagram later.
Side note, for the next part of this, the next part's going to require alcohol or cordial if you're doing a cocktail-based one. So for those who don't know, cordial is like a sweet liqueur. So it's like triple sec or Cointreau, Grand Marnier, Southern Comfort, Chambord, those types of drinks, Amaretto, which you don't have to put in there. I like to put them in there because they have alcohol content and they're sweet, so they mask the taste of alcohol. But you can also use regular alcohol. I've made sangrias with everything from tequila to Hennessy to vodka to whiskey. So if you like a hard alcohol, you're welcome to add that to it, which is what we'll be doing next. But you also don't have to if you're like, I just want to do wine today. And if you're not doing any alcohol, the next step for you is going to be whatever fruit juice you like.
So even if I'm doing a red sangria, I can put in dark or light. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I say do what you like to drink. So I've done red sangrias with whiskey. I've also done red sangrias with vodka. If you do a dark liquor with a white sangria, it'll just look like a rosé sangria if you're like worried about shade. Typically with the fruit and fruit juices, it'll just make the whiskey and stuff turn like a deep red, and then when you add the white in, it'll just look like a rosé. But
I don't know. I've been sangria before. It's just I didn't really look up how to actually do it, and I was just going off of what I've seen.
Yeah.
All right, fruit, a whole bunch of wine.
Yeah. Which is how you know. I like people to drink my sangria and not be able to taste the alcohol because, like, how else are you gonna get drunk? So
I can't keep stirring. Brandyburg, you got to hurry up.
I know we're gonna have to move on.
Wait, I'm done. Hold on.
So I did learn the sangria recipe though when I was studying abroad in Spain.
Okay.
I went to Portugal on a trip, and the hostel owner gave us tips on how to make sangria, and swear to God, that's how I learned.
Jillian just dropped in outside that she international.
No,
Real quick.
listen, our passport don't work nowhere no more, so I'm just dreaming about it from now on.
Is this enough?
Yeah. Are you making 2 pictures? I like the way you live. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, first thing we're going to add is whatever alcohol you want. And you don't want to add too much. You don't want the alcohol to surpass whatever line of fruit you have, okay?
Got you.
So, I will put a little tequila in first.
The alcohol, okay.
And then I'll put some triple sec in. And you want to just cover about half of you want it to come to about where half of the fruit is your hard alcohol. So like you don't want the fruit to be covered. You want it to be halfway. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
I put in 2 shots of tequila.
I put in whatever left of this.
Ooh, Casamigos. We not showing brands, okay? They're not paying us.
You're right.
We paid to show the brand.
My bad.
George Clooney ain't sending me no money, so.
Hey, Jillian, speaking of pay to see the brand.
If you like this, we're not even halfway done, but if you like this and you want to support us, our information is below. Our Cash App is BAPS Comedy, and then our Venmo and QuickPay Zelle is Jillian Ebanks, and then I will transfer it to the BAPS funds. So Venmo specifically is Jillian Ebanks, and then QuickPay is my email address, which is jileba@gmail.com. And that goes to us because we struggling right now, okay? We in a whole ass pandemic.
Your hair is really pretty, and I want it to stay up, you know.
Thank you.
I'll just play.
No, you know,
It is beautiful.
this is the best I've felt in a while because I got my hair done.
How was that?
It was rough. It was rough. It was rough. So if you have your alcohol in this, we're gonna do the fruit juice. So if you're making a cocktail that doesn't have alcohol in it, now you're gonna also add fruit juice. So essentially, you want to add whatever juice you want. I usually do like citrus lemonade type drink, but you can do anything. I've used orange juice. I've used pineapple. Like one of the Simplies is really good, or like the Minute Maid drinks. Just something really sweet that you enjoy. You can do cranberry. You can do whatever. I've also done soda. Pineapple soda and sangria is fire.
Soda and sangria.
Yeah,
You know,
a red pineapple. If it's a dry red, and you add some pineapple soda. Okay. So you want to add the juice until the fruit is fully covered
Of the juice.
I feel like I should have had measuring cups.
No. This is we don't measure. I don't measure. I don't cook with measuring cups, and my shit be coming out fire.
Okay. All right.
So you just who was that? Who said hello? I missed it.
Felicia.
Oh, that's my boo.
So how, you said to about the top.
Yeah, let me see. Perfect. And then you just want to mix it up so the juice and the alcohol all gets all fruity.
I need a picture so I can be fancy. I just have my jambalaya Tupperware.
This is my Brita filter that I usually do water in. I'm gonna have to go home and wash it. It's okay.
I got these containers from when I went for Christmas. I got some coquito.
I'm sorry. You be having coquito? coquito and you don't be sharing, you're disrespectful.
Oh, see,
You know how I feel about coquito.
first of all, it was my first time having it. It was like 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
2 years ago.
So when did you start taste testing to see if you need to add more liquor?
You can taste test now.
These are real questions.
I don't like to taste test it now because it's not going to be as sweet as it will be. But you can taste test it now to see how it tastes.
And generally, how long do you normally have the fruit soaking with alcohol?
Yeah, so this is the part with sangria where you have to wait. So if you really are making sangria for an event, I recommend that you try to make it 12 hours or so before to a day. So typically, if I was making sangria, I would have the fruit and alcohol soak anywhere from 4 to 12 hours, depends on just my life. Because you want the alcohol to not taste like alcohol. So the longer it soaks in the juice and the fruit, the less like alcohol it tastes, and also the more potent the fruit will get with alcohol. So then if you eat chunks later on. So we're just going to hold this for a second. If you're not making an alcohol version, if you're making a mocktail, you just have your fruit juice and your fruit and you're just letting it sit. But we'll leave it for like 15 minutes or so while we chit chat and catch up to make it fun.
Yay! I'm going to put my jambalaya sangria to the side.
That's a hell of a name. I would like that.
That's my jambalaya Tupperware.
Jambalaya. I do not. I always struggle opening up wine. So y'all gonna watch me.
I have a screw top tonight, but
I have a screw top too. I embarrass myself on YouTube and Facebook.
I'm always struggling.
So when we decided to go live, we were like, what are we going to talk about? And thankfully, Hamilton came out. So to give you a little bit of background about Hamilton, AB and Jillian, that's me, have loved Hamilton since we heard about it, since it came out. Me and he entered the lottery every day for a month, and we finally won, and we went to see it together. And Brandyburg was hating hard, even though she didn't like the play, she didn't want to see it. And a couple of
times, shout out to my job for letting me off last minute. Jillian talking crazy earlier. I like my job. Just
I like your job too. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I love real estate. Okay, I love everything about it, and I want to be clear that I stand with Smedspin. But me and AB were actually working together, and we both were working on the same team on the day we got the tickets to Hamilton. So shout out to our boss who's tuning in tonight for letting us off. Yes. I was actually off of work when we found out. I was off of work and you called me like, girl, we got Hamilton tickets. All the while Brandyburg was a hater.
And I also want to have a little background with me being a Hamilton hater. Okay, I listened to the soundtrack. I listened to the soundtrack maybe twice, and then I also listened to the the remixes. I'm just not a fan. It's just
okay. We respect it.
Right.
We used to go on road trips for shows when we used to have shows when we were allowed to be out in public. And we would try to play the music whenever it was like us two in the driver's seat. And she would be like, turn this shit off. Like,
how many times did we try to play it on the way from Chicago to California? I feel like we tried numerous times and we got shut down.
Yeah, we tried to come from Wisconsin. We tried to go into Cincinnati.
They was as slick as ever. And I was like, hell to the no. Hell to the no. I'm okay.
But alas, when the movie came out, we were able to convince you to watch it.
Okay.
To give us your help. I'm very curious now that you've watched it, which preface this, I've watched this more times than I'd care to admit at this point now.
How many times have you watched it, AB?
I don't have Disney, and I'm a good citizen who doesn't steal.
What? AB, I could have gave you my password. What are we doing?
I'm gonna need that after the show.
My password, so I have to check in with the person that I steal it from.
Mhm.
We'll talk in the private chat. You know what I mean?
Talk about it in private because I'm gonna need it tonight.
Black people be doing the most. Anyway, so look. So I decided to get Disney Plus and watch Hamilton. And I decided to myself, before I even turned it on, I was like, you know what, Adrian? I had a nice little discussion. We're going to have an open heart. Okay? Not a heart. An open heart. Okay? About this musical. I also should remind you guys, when I was in high school, we took like a musical theater class, musical history class, watch Music Man, watch Rent, watch The Sound of Music, fell asleep during class. So I was just like, oh, musicals is not for me. Okay, so I started with Act 1.
As you normally would.
Right.
She did something special by starting with Act 1.
Act 1, right? Okay, so I was like, okay, these songs don't let up. Jillian was like, bitch, ain't no dialogue.
No dialogue. They didn't even talk on rhythm.
So I was like, damn. Okay, so I'm watching it, the first act. I'm like, okay, Aaron Burr and and Alexander Hamilton. I was like, okay, y'all going back and forth. Okay, these beats, they're a little corny because I'm so used to, listening to hip hop with hip hop ears. You know what I'm saying? With the melody, with the chorus and everything like that.
LL Cool J and Heavy D could have done Hamilton, Aaron Burr, and Alexander Hamilton.
Who could have?
LL Cool J and Heavy D.
Okay. Okay.
Those are your references that you pick? Oh my God.
Don't act like you don't know who you're talking to. Don't act like you don't know who you're talking to.
Anyway, but okay, so I enjoyed The King very much. The la-di-da-di-dee-da, da-da, whatever that song.
George?
Yes, King George. That man had a spitting problem.
Yeah.
First off, but he was singing his butt off. I enjoyed Aaron Burr and his little sensual raps. That's what I like to call them sensual because I enjoyed it. There were a few songs that I really bopped to, like what's your man name? The Countdown, the Dual Countdown.
The 10 Dual Commandments.
See, look, thank you, Jillian.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, and I definitely enjoyed Eliza, whatever that song is. Mind at work, whatever. That
or Satisfied?
Satisfied is the jam.
Yeah, Satisfied is the best song on that whole thing. Like, down to a black woman having the best song.
First of all, the women on the whole thing can blow pipes. My only question was, why didn't the third sister get like more time to sing? Because I wanted to hear her voice and her story, but clearly she ain't had no story because
she got two personalities. She's a little sister and she a hoe.
I don't like Port Ho.
Sorry, that's my bad.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, you know what? Lynn likes the word whore, so we could use that.
Okay.
Oh, so Skylar
in real life.
She dies in real life.
Peggy did die young. I think I did know that. Peggy
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're right.
Jasmine Cephas Jones, the actress who plays her, she can really sing. Like, I wish they did give her, even in Say No to This, I wish there was less of him and more of her, because I was like, I do agree with that.
Right. She was not a host. She was someone who was looking for a business opportunity because the man was messing everything up.
She was just looking for a sponsor and she found one.
So that was the same character, because I know there are a couple of actors that play multiple roles, right?
It was a different character, but it was the same actress.
Yeah.
Which is what a bunch of them did. So like,
right.
Yeah.
George Washington can blow his ass off. I was like, okay, bro. Damn. And was this the original cast? Like when it first started? This is the original. Okay. Yeah. I was like, okay, Lafayette. He was two characters, right?
Yeah.
Jillian, don't it sound like she likes Hamilton?
I mean, it does, but I'm letting her rock. I'm just listening.
No, the point, first of all, the point of this discussion is to admit that it's okay, that is decent. I will say, right the next day, I woke up and I got a text from a friend, and he was just like sad or depressed or whatever have you, and I was just like, giving him encouraging words, and at the end, I was just like, just you wait, and I'm like, and I just sent the text, and it took me a moment, and I was like, damn, I liked it.
It's over. Now you're gonna be saying that stuff forever. I do be walking around my apartment now, just saying random stuff, and it's mad annoying that I be walking around the apartment like, pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir? Like, bitch, no, you were not.
I was live tweeting it while I was watching it, and I was like, okay, Lafayette David Diggs is the Twister of theater, because he was so fast. I was like, I had to go back and rewind and just to hear exactly what he was saying. He was actually rapping really fast on beat and still acting, because that is also a skill in itself.
Yeah, David. I mean, everyone who won a Tony definitely deserved it, but David, like, he was.
Did he win a Tony?
He won a Tony. Leslie Odom won it for Aaron Burr, and then Renee Elise Goldsberry won it for Angelica. And then they won like other stuff like best play and like best score.
Yeah.
But those, I think other people were nominated, but they're the ones who won.
Yeah, they all. Lin-Manuel.
We got you. I agree with Matt. Matt said, got him. True. I think you're a Hamilton fan now.
I think so too.
First of all, I said I was gonna for this live. I said I was gonna rewatch it, and I tried to, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just hold what I loved, inside.
Did you have any like? Were there any moments where you were like, absolutely not, no way they can do Biggie's 10 crack commandments? Like, was there anything that you were like, this is too much, this is corny? No.
I mean, look. I felt like throughout the whole musical, there were sprinkles of corniness and cheesiness. And I was like, okay. I had to pause, and I was like, Adrian, you're still watching a musical. Just like how, what was it, Hip Hopera? The Hip Hopera?
Carmen?
I see Hip Hopera.
Yeah, Carmen. Yeah,
I know stuff. I know stuff.
Carmen was a little cheesy, corny too, but
we don't gotta talk about Carmen. I don't want to say nothing bad about we not doing it.
Okay, well let me pull this back.
You know who did Carmen too? You know who directed that? Robert Townsend. I ain't saying nothing bad about that movie. Okay, we love
ready for my contract.
We love ourselves from Robert Townsend. Hi,
Robert. Thank you.
Don't sue us. But yeah, no, I generally would say if I would have to give it a grade,
yeah,
a B-.
B-.
Yeah. When initially I probably would have given it a D+. You know what I'm saying?
A D?
So a student walks into your classroom and you failing them off the bat.
If I don't like if I don't like their energy.
What are you? A witch? If I don't like their energy.
I got my chakras.
Robert Townsend is the man. Robert Townsend wrote and directed the movie BAPS, which is where we got our name from. So much respect and love to him. We would never copyright your name, Robert. If you have an issue with this, please give us a call. We have scripts. Thank you.
We have video sketches. We have show Bibles. We're ready.
We have everything.
Yes.
I love it.
But yeah, I would watch it again. Probably not any time.
Would you go see the play now?
Yeah. But no.
The Chicago cast was amazing.
Yeah, we saw the Chicago cast. I think a lot of the original Chicago cast, and they were really good. A couple of them are on Broadway now prior to COVID. I stalk their lives. I don't like I follow a lot of them on Instagram and Twitter and stuff, so I feel like I know an obsessive amount of Hamilton, and since this has come out now, I know an obsessive amount, and it's like, and it's embarrassing, but it is what it is. You know, and a couple of the cast members retweeted me, and I have a viral thread, but no big deal.
I mean, let's talk about
I'm on Hamilton right now on Twitter. I'm just saying, Anthony Ramos, Renee Goldsberry, and Leslie Holmes Jr. retweeted me. That is all.
I'm sorry. You did your thing. You did your thing.
I got graded off of energy before, probably by a white woman. They do that.
But listen, guess what? I am not a certified teacher, okay?
Well, all right.
You're not.
Because
Do you think that any of the criticism was fair that they're getting? Have you guys seen the criticism? People saying like it's a whitewash of slavery and that they didn't include slaves and that, you know, having
white people, 2 lines that reference like slavery. Right.
Yeah, I guess the historians are saying that Alexander wasn't as against slavery as he appeared, and that Philip Schuyler, the dad, owned like a ton of slaves. I know they're actually trying to get his statue removed right now since we're knocking down statues. I don't know. I feel like the criticism is fair. I think people like being overly like saying like it's violent and you know, like dangerous is kind of a bit much in my opinion, but I feel like we can be critical of it. But I also think that like it was created in a different time. I mean, Obama was president when it was created. So I feel like how we felt about art and stuff is different now when you live in a society that's going through a pandemic and, you know.
Finally recognizing that they've been killing Black people for quite some time, but now it matters. Okay.
Yeah, you know. But we can continue with our sangria because it's been a bit. So we'll bring our things out. Now would be the time to taste test AB if you want it.
Oh, really?
You can do a little taste. Also, though, like if you're taste testing and you're mixing this for a bunch of people, use different spoons. I feel like
be sanitary.
It does taste slightly different.
Yeah, because like the fruit's soaking into it. So the next portion of this, let me know when y'all are ready, is going to be wine. So if you have to open your wine with a wine opener, now would be the time. If you're not doing an alcohol-based wine, now would be the time to get your seltzer or ginger ale or soda. I don't know, Matt. I don't know. I'm a fan of art that doesn't have to deal with slavery. I agree because
they don't hire Black writers.
Yeah, because also too, it's like, so then what do these Black cast members in Hamilton have to then dress up as slave? Like I just think that I know for me personally, that's just not the type of role I want. And I've taken those roles where it's like this whole show is about me being Black and sad, and it's not fun. It's not fun.
So would you say Lin-Manuel just took the entertaining part of that story of Hamilton?
I mean, it's kind of wild that he decided to even do it in the first place. Essentially, when you listen to him, he basically says like he read the story. Is your wine open?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So sorry. Essentially, he said he read the story and he felt like because he, you know, Alexander Hamilton was an immigrant and like an orphan and came to America and wrote his way basically through his career that he felt like it was similar to rap. All right. So now we're on the wine or soda portion of the sangria. And so you basically want to fill this up until like basically you only have a little bit left at the top to put some juice in later.
Okay.
So in whatever size container you have, if it's a cup, if it's a pitcher, if it's a
jambalaya Tupperware.
For me, I'm going to use this whole bottle. I'm using a Riesling, but again, it's whatever wine you want. I've used dry white, I've used sweet white, I've used red, I've used rosé. Honestly, wine is such a thing that it doesn't matter. If you don't like really, really sweet sangria, don't use a sweet wine. But if you like your sangria that tastes like juice, use a sweet wine.
Making a mess.
And then you're going to want to mix it. So if you have seltzer or ginger ale, you want to just like throw in about till you fill it up and then mix it. For the mocktail, you're going to want to just try it now. And if you enjoy it, you can just drink it how it is, or you can still add some juice. But for us making sangria, now is when I would also taste test it. And depending on how sweet it is, sometimes I would just leave it how it is, or I would add more fruit juice that I use at the top to it.
Do you want it to be very sweet?
I like it to just taste like juice. I don't like it to be overly sweet to where like you wouldn't want to drink that type of juice, but I also don't necessarily like to taste like I'm drinking wine.
So do you put ice? You don't put ice in it, right?
I typically don't put ice in it, but usually when I make it, I keep all the ingredients in the fridge and then I let it sit for a bit in the fridge before I serve it. So usually it's cold. But if you're pouring glasses, because we're like doing it here, then I would add ice cubes in it. Or if you do frozen fruit, then you have like a built-in ice cube.
Gotcha.
So I tried mine and it still tastes a little bit winey. So I'm going to just add some more juice to it. And then, I mean, you got to agree that, again, it's better if you let this sit for a bit just because it'll start to taste like more fruit. But if you don't have the time, you can pour yourself a glass.
Hey.
I put the rest of my tequila in mine. I think it's a nice little topper.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. Go ahead at that tequila, girl.
I'm really proud of you for watching Hamilton.
I'm proud of myself. You know what? Because generally, I would say screw it all. But I was open-minded, and I took the time to actually venture off and do something new. You know, try something new.
And you know what else you gonna do? It's Rona.
Is there anything else new that you all tried in this stay-at-home order that you hadn't tried before?
I had to learn sign language.
Really? You learn sign language?
Yeah, I tried. I'm not done trying, but I definitely like work got crazy and I couldn't do my like after work classes anymore. But I haven't given up on it. But yeah, I want my goal is to do stand up for the deaf community in a few years.
Was it? Are you learning?
Yes, Queen.
Everybody deserves these jokes, okay?
Hey.
You can also like start interpreting things, like being at shows and.
Yeah, but that's like you got to be like years and years and years. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try to do my best and see what happens. You know.
That's cool.
That is so inspiring. Oh, okay.
I also think it's just a beautiful language because as I think y'all know as actors, as comedians, as very passionate Black women, we use our hands a lot. You know, I might as well be saying something with them.
Ooh, sometimes we do say something with them, you know.
All right. And plus I think it really adds to, first of all, you're reaching a whole new community that I think that people don't pay attention to. And then you also learn how to express yourself without words, right? So you're without audible words and you're using your face, what I've learned so far is when you learn sign language, you also learn about the actual culture, the deaf community. And so you learn about this really using your body to speak and to portray emotions and things like that. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I meant to tell you guys, I thank you. Welcome back. I poured a glass of sangria, but y'all, if you haven't yet, now would be the time to try it.
All right.
Let me grab some.
Thank you. I'm trying to stick with it. I feel like saying it out loud will make it actually happen and hold me to it. But yeah, I'm excited because work is about to calm down a little bit, and I'm thinking I'm going to take a fall semester.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So college is doing online classes.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to be educated and shit.
You doing it, girl? Okay. Let me try it myself.
Yeah. Mine's is good.
I like this.
I would normally let it sit, but it's good. But yeah, so if you are following along, I mean, it's really simple, and this is a way that you can make a cocktail with whatever you have in your house. And then you can mix it up for holidays or something like at Christmas. I'll do like one with sparkling grape juice or cider and cinnamon. And I just feel like it's fun. It's festive. It's good for any type of season.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah. She does have this. Go ahead with your sign language. The two new things that I did in quarantine are I learned how to make cakes in a cup. And, and I started a couple of new TV shows. That's about it. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I practiced my Spanish a little bit here and there, but I don't feel like that's anything new. Did you?
Hey, I heard you. Well, I started learning Spanish again. Now, downloaded the Spanish app. Help me out.
Practice. Vamos a practicar.
No. not yet. Okay, not yet. I'm not that confident in my Spanish. But I will be. Don't best believe.
Don't tell me this. I'm gonna start writing scenes in Spanish, giving you lines.
I mean, I hell yeah. Like you have to practice. You have to keep practicing, or you're gonna forget it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Listen.
I spent 4 years in high school and 3 years in college, and I still don't know shit. It's just I'm not meant to be that educated when it comes to Spanish.
I took Spanish classes essentially from first grade to college, and at one point I was damn near fluent. I was really good, but it's a language I still regularly lose, and then I have to practice again. And so I feel like to truly be fluent in any language, it's a chore, and it's like something you have to regularly work on, because like I still struggle with it, and it's like, man, you've been learning Spanish since you were 6. Get it together. Like, you're gonna be 20 here.
Yeah, so this is a step-by-step. Every day I take a little course on this app real quick. I'm like, I'm doing good. One more step. I can be able to have a full sentence to something real quick.
Also, can we shout out to Black women learning new languages and traveling the world and joining new communities?
Hey!
Oh.
Cheers. What do y'all mugs say?
Mine says, "Don't talk to me until this is empty."
Mine says, "Don't worry about my damn cup."
Mine says, "Black as hell. You welcome."
You are welcome, shit.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and AB is being shy, but we're also here to celebrate you because you have a birthday this Friday, lady.
I do. I don't know if I should say how old I'll be, because I still want to get hired one day.
Let's go.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it, so you don't need to say it. You listen. You 25.
Let me play your older auntie, and then let me play, your homegirl in high school.
Yeah.
Let me play it up.
I be playing when they be like age range. I be like 18 to 35. They don't know. Give us some makeup on me.
I'm a little boy, Damon, okay? Look,
Okay.
I will be the
Whenever we watch these high school shows, don't nobody in them be high school age. So
I'm not in high school, nowhere near 30 years old, talking about what we doing in chemistry. Come on, man.
Yeah. Teaching your child how to do the chemical elements, because you're not in high school.
Right.
Are you excited for your birthday? 1490. Facts though.
Listen, makeup can do wonders. You can be 90 real quick. Hello.
Okay.
Listen.
Hello.
Right. Real quick. Do you have any plans? Are you excited?
Well, so I don't know if our viewers know, but I live in California now. So I joined BAPS Comedy and I was in Chicago, but now I live in Pasadena, not LA. I won't say it's LA because I don't have time for LA. I live in Pasadena. That's where I live, and I'm proud.
You don't around with that nonsense.
I don't have time for that LA. I live in Pasadena. That's where I live. But they have hot chicken out here, which I didn't know was a thing.
Wait, what?
Hot chicken. Like, not like your grandma and your auntie and your mom put some hot sauce on the chicken. It's hot. It's called hot chicken.
Like Nashville?
Yes, chicken.
Like a dry rub and it's hot?
It's chicken and it's hot and I like it. I can't give you no more than that.
So they have hot chicken in California.
They got hot chicken everywhere in Southern. I don't know about up there, but down here in Southern California, they got hot chicken everywhere.
I'm gonna have it.
What'd you say?
There's restaurants up here that have it.
I mean, yeah, I went to Harold's and stuff, and with Harold's is amazing.
No, not. I'm not talking about Harold's. But I want it to be clear that I publicly endorse Uncle Remus. So if we're talking about fried chicken in Chicago, let it be clear that I support Uncle Remus on the West Side. Okay. Hello, Austin.
Even though I grew up on Harold's, I too would like to agree with Jillian because Uncle Remus just hits a little. It just.
I've never been to Uncle Remus. I left Chicago too soon.
Here's the thing: I don't have a car, and we don't really have any business on the West Side ever. But next time you come out here, we'll get you some Uncle Remus. There's one in Bronzeville now, but the one, in my opinion, the one on the West Side tastes the best. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm from here because I am not. I just had a friend that put me on, and she's from the West Side.
I wanted to be like Harold's. Like we went to the one when we had that show, Lisa show, Adrian.
Oh yeah,
and we did that one, and then your mother took us to JJ's Fish and Chicken.
I remember.
Yes, and then like the Harold, went to Harold's down there. We all went to Harold's together after the show on the South Side. But then there's also a Harold's like somewhere else that's not good. Like I don't want to go to the bad Uncle Remus. I want to go to the good Uncle Remus.
And you left, but there are now 2 Harold's on the North Side. They built a Harold's right next to the old theater, the Crowd.
But is it good though?
I mean, it don't ever taste like Uncle Remus, so no, it's never good.
Okay, I have to go to Uncle Remus then.
We gotta get some Uncle Remus, but
I like no. Like, let me clear this up. As
Wilson is good though, low key.
it's alright.
Okay.
No, it's alright. But listen, as a Chicagoan, the only Chicagoan here, I also have to remind people I like Harold's. Okay, I like me some Harold's. But if I had to choose between Harold's and Uncle Remus, it's Uncle Remus. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But there's also things that Harold's like. I don't think you can get lemon pepper at Uncle Remus, which is upsetting.
And they have a special mild sauce.
Yeah. And they give you rolls. I'm not a fan of coleslaw or pieces of bread. So, but I do get Harold's a lot because there's 2 by me now in my neighborhood, and I'm rarely in Bronzeville or on the West Side, especially during a pandemic.
A lot of chicken that I don't have access to on Friday.
Okay, but you could go to Roscoe's. So what are we?
Facts.
You can go to Roscoe's. You live in California.
There's a Roscoe's right here too. It's a Roscoe's right here. But I'm gonna go get some hot chicken. Not gonna say who it is because again, if you want me to say who it is, you know how to get your advertisement dollars up. Okay, but that's what I'm gonna do. And then the babe is gonna make me my favorite drink all weekend, which now is only second to Jillian Sangria.
Ooh.
I love me a good old fashioned, so we're making those all weekend.
Old fashioned.
Old fashioned. And then
old fashions are a good cocktail. We might have to do that one night.
I love old fashions.
Yeah.
We gotta make bitters and mutter it and all that.
Oh, we gotta do like for real and muddle the cherries.
Mm-hmm.
I like the dark cherries whole, and I like them with but I don't like it when you muddle because it makes my drink too pulpy orange juicy. That's a thing. I don't like it. It's a thing. It's a thing.
We made it. Change the proof.
It's a thing. Thank you. You've been watching Cougar Town?
Listen, let me just say this real quick. When it was airing live, I saw bits and pieces of it. I was like, okay, this could be funny, and then I completely forgot about it. Go to Amazon Prime. I'm like,
I just rewatched it all.
Go watch this again. The almost half the staff, the cast from Scrubs is on Cougar Town. So I'm just like, let's get it. It's actually really funny.
It's very funny. Because Courtney Cox, again, we don't care about her because Living Single was really what it was, but we're going to talk about it just for this 1 second. We're not going to talk about it.
One more moment. That's it.
One little moment. But after she left the theft show, she did this like middle of the road, like I don't want to be Monica anymore. I want to be dark, and did like this paparazzi type show with her production company. And then she got her shit together and figured I have a niche, let me stick to it, and went to Cougar Town. And that's where it was.
She's a really good comedic actor. And so that's where her niche is. And so, the show's kind of like vaguely related. It's a true story. It's like based off of her. So I was just like, let's get
I
it.
never watched this.
Yeah.
Watch it all the time. I got a password.
Thank you. Send it to me.
I got it. No, I don't know if y'all know, but Jillian kept me alive for a long time TV wise. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this.
Don't tell my mama.
I'm not gonna tell her.
Well, because at one point, I don't have it anymore, but I had a password that was like, that went to like every single thing.
Oh, I remember those days. I remember those days.
Yeah.
And then that one lonely day, just gloomy at night, you go and try to sign on, and it says different password.
Like, damn. No, that's what happened to me. I used to use someone else's Hulu, and then I was like, oh, one day I logged into Hulu. It still let me log in, but my name was gone. You know how you have different accounts?
Oh.
My name was gone, and I was like, I guess I'll take the hint that she don't want me to be watching her Hulu no more.
I used to check in with that person I got my password with just to make sure they know I'm checking on them. Like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? We good? Okay, cool. Let me use your phone.
I got my Hulu password from a Bob Curry fellow. So, and I felt like I could continue using it, and I felt like I could, but then once I like moved, like, so it was after Bob Curry and after the thing after Bob Curry, you know what you do after Bob Curry. So after that, then I moved here and I said, I felt like I should get my shit together. And if I'm not checking in weekly, I'm not allowed to use their password. That's when I stopped using their password.
You got to check up on them.
Yeah, if I'm not checking in regularly, I can't use your password. So now I got my Amy, I got the Prime, everybody got their own Netflix, Amy got the HBO, and we a happy family, you know? Everybody's good.
What's the expiration date? As a person, let's say I give my password out. Like, how many days is too many days, too little days? What do you think?
How do you feel about this person? These are the questions that you need to be asking.
Were you in an entanglement, or was it like, a friendship? Or
I will look at you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You think about it.
I feel that though. I don't like to give my passwords out all willy-nilly.
True.
Especially when they're not yours, too.
Yeah. If it's like something I've paid for, then whatever. But only one or two of the streaming services that I use, I've paid for. So
does that include Disney so I can watch Hamilton tonight?
I talked you off there.
Okay, got you.
I didn't know you hadn't watched it. I would have changed your life.
I legit just been listening on my Google Home, and then I'm living off the memories of when we saw it in Chicago.
Oh, I didn't know.
We talked. I'll see if I can get it to you. You know, I don't know if the person who's letting me use it is watching. So,
hey, so you good?
We can sign a contract where I'm gonna use it one time, and then I'm gonna give it back.
I'm not gonna put those parameters on you because when you watch, because I've watched Hamilton like 10 times already. It is what it is. So like, I mean that might be a lot. Maybe it's like 7, but okay, whatever.
First of all, Hamilton is 2.5 hours long.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes
and black and colored people of color doing the damn thing.
And sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch, wait for it, satisfied, say no to this in room where it happens. Like sometimes it's just like I just need a little fix, you know? And other times I'm gonna watch the whole thing. Sometimes I get high and watch it. Sometimes
I did not know the guy from the son of Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah. Anthony Ramos.
Yes, he was on She's Gotta Have It. I did not know that.
Most of the cast is in stuff now, and they all started Hamilton. So I feel like for people who you're like, oh, there goes this dude. There goes this dude. That's how we know who David Diggs is. That's how we know.
It's starting to be like a minority report.
Yeah.
You are. Okay.
Yeah, because they all are doing stuff. I like Anthony Ramos a lot.
Yeah, and he has a baby face too. This man,
he's engaged in real life to the actress that plays Peggy. And they're adorable. They are so cute. Do I follow both of them on Instagram? Yes, I do. Do I follow their dog's account? No, because I draw the line somewhere. Okay.
Wait, whose account?
No one's. I ain't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
So for my birthday, I'm going to have a good time.
Yes.
What kind of whiskey are you putting in the Manhattan?
So whenever I used to go to bars, before people decided to be selfish and not wear masks, I would always get Buffalo Trace. But if I was feeling fancy, I get Angel's Envy. So when I used to understudy for a certain place and I'd get my free drink, I would always get the most expensive tasty liquor I could get for my free drink, and I got Angel's Envy, and it is damn tasty. So my top choice was Angel's Envy. Also, Knob Creek is good. Buffalo Trace is like a low shelf, it's not expensive, but it still tastes good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ghetto. I get my Maker's Mark and call it a day. When I drink whiskey, I don't really drink whiskey anymore just because I've been having really bad hangovers with it, so I've switched to tequila. But I love me some Maker's Mark. I'll be basic.
That's not basic.
It's not basic.
Isn't Maker's Mark like the top tier? Isn't that top tier?
I mean, it's on the top shelf at the grocery store. My grocery store.
I mean, I'm right now. I'm doing a lot of Uncle Nearest, the black owned.
The black, yes. How is that? I want to try it.
So smooth, it really is. It's pretty good. I would say it's comparable to Woodford. So
Woodford Reserve is very good.
Woodford is very tasty. I've been fiending like Basil Hayden. I've been doing a lot of Basil Hayden dark rye.
You all kosher and shit.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Nice. The only reason I don't drink Maker's Mark is because back when I was living in Austin, this very nice white man would invite us all to his house to get high and drink. And that was the first time I drank Maker's Mark, and I drank it all night, and I woke up with the worst hangover I've ever had in my life. That was back in Texas. Yeah. And I've yet to have a hangover as bad as I had that morning. So that's why it's just a spiritual thing. I can't drink Maker's Mark.
No, I respect it. That's why I don't drink vodka no more.
The devil came out, and I don't want the devil in my life like that,
I will never do it because I've had very terrible experiences on Henny. Because anything's possible.
I think it I used to be a very, 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 very regular Henny drinker, and I don't know why. I feel like Remy is also much smoother.
Was it for the culture?
It was. It was a little bit for the culture, and I was going to all those parties that we don't need to discuss anymore. But I used to be doing it for the culture, and then I was like, I feel terrible. I'm just gonna drink the tequila, okay? Grass, let's not do this. But I had incredible moments, and I had some great memories with Hennessy. So some of my fondest hours.
Not me. Ugh.
So I would like to do one more shout out to Quincy Carr, Virginia stand up. Okay, the Sangria's hitting now. All right. For introducing us to a new way to reach you guys. We love it. Thank you so much. Just one more time, he is at Quality Comedy King on Instagram, Virginia Stand Up. Thank you very much, Quincy.
Yeah, and before we go, in honor of celebrating you, happy birthday to you, cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you, Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Adrian Brown, AKB.
My mama called me. My mama called me.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to
to
you. We love you. So sorry I couldn't be in California to celebrate with you because
I'm old and I slipped out my chair trying to be dramatic. Now I got to get up smoothly. It's okay. I'm back now.
That was real cute. You got up real cute though.
But yeah, thank you so much if you tuned in. Again, if you liked what you saw today and you would like to give us some money, our information's at the bottom. We'll be doing this periodically just to check in, and we'll have some more fun cocktails and whatever's going on. We'll probably talk about it. And yeah, feel free to leave us a comment, send us a message if you liked it. And thank you for tuning in. We miss y'all.
We miss y'all.
And we just wanted to do something.
Like and subscribe our channel on YouTube.
Yes, we're going to start posting sketches on our YouTube page. So like and subscribe there, like our Facebook page if you haven't, our Instagram.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
All of it. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
My hair texture is all over the place.